Hi everyone. In this video we're going to explore two common subtraction models. The first model is called the takeaway model. And the takeaway model begins with a set. So what we're going to represent with this is the expression 5 minus 3. This is the concrete representation of the takeaway model, meaning we're going to use objects. It's something that you would do with very young children. So 5 minus 3, the takeaway model, you start with a set that has, I'll call that set A for apples. It has 5 apples. And from that set of 5 apples, you take away 3 apples. I see I've crossed them out, or I could just say I'm going to take those apples away. So I'm going to take them out. I'll eat them, maybe. All right, so I'm going to take away 3 apples. Five minus 3 is equal to the number of apples that are left when you take 3 objects away from 5. So how many apples are left? 5 minus 3, I take away these 3, and I'm left with 2 apples. So 5 minus 3 is 2. A second representation of the takeaway model is using a number line. It's called a measurement representation, but it's a number line representation. And this doesn't, again, this is a transition for children because we're not referring to concrete objects anymore, but numbers are things that exist on a number line. All right, so 15 minus 9, what you do with the takeaway model representation of that is you start at 15. So 15 is your starting point right here. So I'm going to start at 15, and I'm going to go back 9 steps. So you could take them one at a time, 1, 1, 1, go back 9 steps. When you subtract, you're walking to the left. So if I walk to the left 9 steps from 15, I arrive at 9. So again, essentially going backwards 9 steps. So if I walk back 9 steps from 15, I arrive at 6. That implies that 15 minus 9 is 6. All right, so that is the takeaway model. The second common model in subtraction, and this is one that's very useful because it connects or defines subtraction in terms of addition. It's called the missing Addend model. And you start off with the expressions, 11 minus 6. What is 11 minus 6? And what you do is you define that in terms of an addition problem. You say, okay, 11 minus 6. What do I need to add to 6 in order to get to 11? What you're adding is the missing addend. So, in this case, what do you need to add to 6 to get to 11? That would be 5. So 11 minus 6 is equal to 5. That's the missing Addend model. There are two common representations of the missing Addend model. The first one, again, is concrete. It deals with objects. I'm trying to find 11 minus 6. So what I do is I start with a set B, and B has six elements, in this case bugs, B for bugs. So the way you'd represent that, you'd say that the number of elements, the number of bugs in set B equals 6. So you start with 6. And then you say, okay, how many bugs need to join the crowd in order to come up with a total of 11 bugs? Now with young kids, what you start doing is you just start counting up. You'll say, I've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, counting on your fingers even. Okay, so what that is, how many bugs do you need to add? Again, that's what makes it a missing addend. You start with the 6, and you say, how many bugs need to fly into this set in order to give me a total of 11? If you take 6 and you add in those 5 bugs, you get a total of 11. So 11 minus 6 is equal to 5. Again, what makes us a missing addend? You start with 6 and you say, what do I need to add to 6 in order to get to 11? The final representation of a missing addend model, again, I'll do on a number line, and I'll do it with the same problem, 11 minus 6. Now again, when we looked at the takeaway model, we started at 11 and we walked backwards six units, 6 steps. For the missing add-in model, what you do is, again, you define this in terms of addition. 11 minus 6. You say, what do I need to add to 6 to get to 11? That's the missing addend. So in this case, what do I need to add? I need to add, start at 6 and start walking up the number line until you get to 11. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps. So if I start at 6 and I walk up the number line by 5 steps, remember when you're adding on the number line, you're walking to the right. So what do I need to add to 6 to get to 11? I need to add 5. That means that 11 minus 6 is 5, or 5 is the missing addend.